Kevin Carter was the kind of boy people noticed without him even trying. 17 years old, tall, smooth, dark skin, clean haircut every week, smart as hell, respectful too. Teachers loved him. Old folks in the neighbourhood always said, "That boy gon' be somebody one day." But life wasn't sweet for Kevin. His father, Chris Carter, worked long hours as a driver for one of the richest businessmen in town, Mr. Bright Smith. Kevin's mother, Amanda, worked in the same mansion as the family cook. They lived in a small rented apartment on the rough side of town, while the Smith family lived behind giant gates with cameras, guards, and expensive cars lined up like trophies. Kevin knew the difference between rich and poor every single day of his life. And so did everybody else, especially Teresa. Now, Brittany Smith, man, she was the princess of the school. 16 years old, pretty light skin, long curly hair, designer bags, fresh sneakers every week. Everybody wanted her attention. Football players, rich boys, even older college dudes tried talking to her. But Brittany ain't care about none of them. She wanted Kevin. At first, it started small. Little smiles in class, asking him for answers she already knew, finding excuses to sit close to him. "Kevin, can you help me with this math? Kevin, walk me to class. Kevin, you so quiet all the time." But Kevin stayed careful. He knew exactly who she was, and more importantly, he knew who he was. Poor boys who got involved with rich girls usually ended up embarrassed, used, or destroyed, so Kevin kept his distance. That only made Brittany want him more. "You acting like I'm ugly or something," she once joked. Kevin laughed nervously. "Nah, I'm just trying to stay out of trouble." Brittany stared at him a second too long. Maybe trouble ain't always bad. But somebody else was always watching. Teresa, Brittany's best friend. Teresa hated Kevin from day one, not because he was rude, not because he was bad, but because he was poor. "That boy don't belong around you," Teresa would whisper constantly. "He ain't on your level. Girl, his mama cooks for your family. He probably trying to trap you." Brittany ignored her every time, but Teresa never stopped planting poison. Months passed. Eventually, Kevin and Brittany became close friends. Real close. Late-night texting, sneaking laughs during class, phone calls till 2 a.m. And one evening, Brittany made her move. She texted him, "My parents gone for the night. Pull up." Kevin almost didn't go, but he did. That night changed everything. Brittany kissed him first. Kevin tried pulling away. "Brittany, this ain't right." She looked him dead in the eye. "Then stop me." He didn't. For Kevin, it was his first time ever being with a girl. He was nervous, sweating, shaking damn near. Afterward, he sat on the edge of the bed, confused as hell. Part of him felt guilty. Another part of him felt like he was floating. Brittany wrapped her arms around him, smiling. "You stuck with me now." And from there, it became a secret relationship. They met in a cheap motel across town where nobody knew them. Room 12, same place every time. At first it felt exciting. Young love, sneaking around, laughing in bed, dreaming about running away together someday. But reality always catches up. One afternoon, Brittany showed up pale and shaking. Kevin immediately knew something was wrong. "What happened?" Brittany's eyes filled with tears. "I'm pregnant." Kevin froze. The room went dead silent. No. You serious? She nodded slowly. Kevin felt his whole world collapse. He wasn't ready for no baby. His parents would lose their minds. Mr. Bright? That man would probably kill him. Kevin started pacing. Oh my God! Oh my God! Brittany tried reaching for him, but Kevin backed away, terrified. I need time to think. Then he left. That same night, Brittany told Teresa everything, and Teresa reacted exactly how Kevin feared. Oh, hell no! Teresa stood up immediately. You cannot have this baby. Do you know what people gon' say? You pregnant by the driver's son? Your daddy finna lose his damn mind. Brittany cried quietly. But I love him. Teresa rolled her eyes. Love don't pay bills, bitch. Then came the worst idea of all. Abortion pills. They searched online, secretly. They drove hours away to buy them so nobody would recognize them. Brittany was terrified the whole time, but fear of her father was stronger. A few days later, she went alone to the motel. Room 12. Their room. She sat on the bed, staring at the pills in her trembling hand, then swallowed them. At first, nothing happened. Then came the pain. Sharp, violent. Blood started soaking through the sheets. Brittany panicked immediately. Something wrong! Something wrong! The bleeding got worse and worse. She grabbed her phone with bloody fingers and called Kevin. Kevin answered half asleep. Hello? All he heard was crying. Kevin! Her voice sounded weak, fading. I'm at our spot. Kevin, I took pills. What pills? To get rid of the baby. Kevin shot up instantly. What? Brittany started sobbing. I'm bleeding bad. I don't think I'm going to make it. Kevin's heart damn near exploded. Stay awake, I'm coming. Kevin ran downstairs, screaming for his father. Chris was already driving Mr. Bright home from a business dinner. Kevin jumped into the car, breathless. Dad, please, Brittany's dying. Mr. Bright turned around immediately. What did you say? Kevin gave the motel address. Chris drove like a madman. When they arrived, Jesus Christ, Brittany was lying on the motel floor in a pool of blood, barely breathing. Kevin collapsed beside her, crying hysterically. Brittany! Brittany, look at me! Mr. Bright stared in horror. For once, the powerful man looked human. They rushed her to the hospital. Doctors pushed everybody outside. Minutes felt like years. Finally, a doctor walked out slowly. Silence filled the hallway. I'm sorry. She didn't survive. Kevin broke completely. Chris held his son while Amanda screamed into her hands. But Mr. Bright? That man changed. That man changed right there. His face went cold, empty, dead. And then came hell. Police investigations, court hearings, news everywhere. The rich businessman's daughter dead after secret pregnancy. Teresa lied under oath. She claimed Kevin pressured Brittany into abortion, said he threatened to leave her, said Brittany was scared of him. Kevin kept screaming the truth. I ain't force her. I loved her. Nobody listened. Mr. Bright's money reached everywhere. Lawyers, judges, police, the whole damn system bent for him. And Kevin? He was just a poor black kid with no power. At 17 years old, Kevin Carter was sentenced to life in prison. His mother fainted in court. Chris cried openly for the first time in his life. Their family became the town's shame. People whispered when Amanda walked by. Chris lost his job. Everything collapsed. Meanwhile, Kevin entered prison as a child, and prison ate him alive. The first years were brutal. Fights, isolation, nightmares. Every night he saw Brittany bleeding on that motel floor. Every damn night. But over time, Kevin changed. He educated himself, read books daily, stayed out of trouble, helped younger inmates learn to read. Guards respected him. Even prisoners respected him. 25 years passed. Kevin was no longer 17. He was 42. Grey hairs forming, wrinkles around tired eyes. Then one morning, a guard approached his cell. "You got a presidential pardon." Kevin thought it was a joke, but it was real. After 25 stolen years, he was finally free. The outside world felt strange. Phones different, cars different. Everything moved too fast. But there was only one place Kevin wanted to go. Brittany's grave. Rain poured hard that evening as Kevin stood over the tombstone, trembling. Brittany Smith. Kevin fell to his knees, crying, "I'm sorry. I should have protected you. I should have stayed. I'm sorry for everything." Then a voice behind him said, "You still talk too much." Kevin froze. Slowly, he turned around, and the world stopped. Brittany! Alive! Older now, but alive. Kevin staggered backward like he'd seen a ghost. What the fuck? Tears rolled down Brittany's face. "I'm sorry." Kevin couldn't even breathe. You dead." Brittany shook her head. "The grave belonged to my cousin, Brittany Davison." Kevin's knees almost gave out. She explained everything. That night at the hospital, she actually survived. Mr. Bright secretly transferred her overseas for treatment, then forced her to stay hidden. New schools, new identity, no contact, no truth, nothing. "He said you ruined my life," Brittany whispered. "He wanted you gone forever." Kevin's face twisted with rage. That motherfucker. Brittany cried harder. "The pardon. I arranged it." For years, she secretly searched for ways to help him. Lawyers, appeals, petitions. Finally, she reached someone connected to the presidency. That pardon wasn't mercy. It was guilt. Kevin wanted revenge, wanted to sue, wanted justice. But reality hit hard. He was broke, ex-convict, middle-aged with no career. And Mr. Bright? Still rich, still powerful. Only now he was dying in a hospital bed. Weak, old, but unapologetic. When Kevin finally confronted him, the old man looked him straight in the eyes and said, "I'd do it again. You were never good enough for my daughter." Kevin nearly exploded with anger. 25 years stolen, his parents destroyed, his future erased, and the man responsible felt nothing. But the cruelest part? The world never fully forgave Kevin. To society, he was still an ex-con. Still that guy. Even after the truth surfaced. Some damage never leaves. Kevin and Brittany tried rebuilding what remained of their lives. But you can't return 25 years. You can't bring back youth. You can't erase prison from a man's soul. Sometimes evil doesn't lose. Sometimes the rich win. Sometimes justice comes too late. And sometimes surviving hurts worse than dying.